So raise your hands if you can hear me. All right, I see somebody else is coming in. Welcome, welcome, whoever just joined us. So today's class, we're going to focus on the concept of creating ease. And it ties in very nicely with the yoga teaching of ahimsa, which means nonviolence or non-harming. And I know there's some of you out there in the participating group who are type A personalities. So for you, good enough is not good enough. Even 100% isn't enough. It's usually 110%. So I invite you to use today's practice to really witness where the tension is building up, whether it's in your body or in your thoughts or whatever, and to just back away when you notice those little feelings of tightness. Because we can't be 100% present if we're focused on the tension. So to be with your breath, to be with your body, and if you notice, oh, I'm clenching my jaw, or oh, I'm holding a muscle that I don't need to hold, just say, try easier. All right, so there we go. So we begin by finding our seat, letting the feet be firmly on the floor, maybe rolling the shoulders a little bit. And even in these first few minutes of just sitting and breathing, noticing if there's any tension that you're holding on to, whether it's in your body or in your thoughts. And then allowing your eyes to close and directing your attention more deeply towards the body and the breath. Letting all of your attention glide towards noticing how the breath feels coming in and how it feels going out. And seeing if you can find in your body that perfect balance between engaging the muscles to support you and finding a sense of ease and comfort and softness. Allowing your breath to expand now into the three-part breath. You can even place your hands lightly on your belly to feel the belly expand as you breathe in. And allowing the breath to float upward through the chest all the way to the shoulders. And exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly. And if possible, imagining that the breath can flow through your entire body, bathing all the muscles and bones and organs, flowing easily past the gates of the joints, bringing in energy and releasing tension. Bringing your thoughts back to the present moment again and again, as often as you need to. Let's take 3 more breaths here, being as completely present as you can to the moment. Letting that technique go and just letting your natural breath come back. Taking a moment to notice how you feel. Bringing hands to prayer position will bring our centering to close by joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May our practice bring us peace. Good. So opening your eyes, if they're not already open, begin to sweep your arms up. And exhale, bring them down. Looking up as you breathe in. And dropping your chin as you breathe out. Simple movement, just breathing in and breathing out, but doing it with full awareness. And this time when my arms come overhead, I'm going to allow them to stay lifted as I come into seated mountain, pressing into my feet, lifting up through the fingers and relaxing my shoulders away from my ears. Sit bones are firmly on the chair. Lowering your right hand, begin to sweep the left from side to side, honoring any limitations or restrictions you might feel. Just exhaling as you sweep across, inhaling down. I always call this sweeping away the cobwebs from the ceiling. So the next time I sweep my arm over, I'm going to pause, reach it a little further, feel a nice stretch in the left side body. You can rock forward and back. If you find a spot that feels especially tight, you might just want to hang out there or even let it go. Again, always noticing if you're trying a little too hard. And then I'm going to place my hand on top of my head and just drop the left ear and the left shoulder together. You can rock your head forward and back. Again, those little micro movements, those micro adjustments make the practice 100% your own. Good. And then placing that hand behind your back so the elbow is lifted up. Let's cradle the elbow with the right palm. Continuing to breathe. Again, noticing if you started holding tension someplace where you don't need to, like your jaw. A lot of us like to clench our jaw. So just let that go. Let the elbows draw back. Nice belly breath. One more breath in, and on the exhale, release that. Let the arms float down. Notice how that side feels. Okay. So I'm going to raise my right arm now and begin to sweep. So I always like to let the opposite hand fall towards the floor because that gives me a little bit of a deeper stretch. But again, whatever's working for you this morning is what you need to do. So let's reach across and press. Stretching out the right side body, sit bones firmly on the chair. Again, rocking forward and back if that little movement feels good. And then lightly placing the hand on the top of your head. So you're not pulling the head, you're just adding a little weight as you stretch over to the right side. Find the breath right away. Again, you can roll your head forward and back. Oh, I'm finding a little bit of tension in there. Great. And then bringing that palm between your shoulder blades as you cradle the elbow, rolling the shoulders back, rolling the elbows back, finding the breath. A good way to tell if you're trying too hard with anything is to notice your breathing. If you can't maintain a nice, steady, deep breath, you're working too hard. So just back away. One more breath in, and then release it, let it float down. You can jiggle your shoulders a little bit if you like. Good. So I'm going to raise my arms up again, and I'm going to interlace the fingers and bring them in front of my chest. So the fingers are pulling apart. Remember to keep that tension, the pulling apart of the hands. Good. So breathe in. Let's rotate to the right. Bring it back to center. Breathing in, exhaling to the left. So just going from side to side, you might be moving a little faster or a little slower than me, and that's just fine. So let's go over to the right this time and maybe just pause there for a little deeper twist. Bring it back to center, over to the left and pause. Bring it back to center and then just lower your left elbow to your right knee. Bring it up. Breathe in, exhale. Elbow to knee. Elbow to knee. Nice and slow. Working with the breath. Let's just do that a couple more times. And back to center. One more. Pull, release the arms, release the tension, and let the blood flow back into those muscles. See, every time we contract a muscle, it's like taking a sponge and squeezing it out. So you're getting rid of all that staleness, all that used up blood. And when you release it, fresh oxygen and blood can pour in. So just like squeezing and emptying. Good. So I'm just going to circle on my pelvis. So the sit bones stay down, and I'm just kind of rotating from the waist. Letting the upper body be soft. Nice big circles. And let's pause and go in the other direction. This is a good one to do. Just a little movement, like if you're sitting for a long time, you can just circle on your hips. And everybody will want to dance with you. And back to center. Good. So let's move through the cat and the dog. So breathing into dog, allowing the heart to open, shoulders go back, head looks up. And exhale, push your spine back towards the back of the chair. Tuck your chin. On the breath in, we open. And the exhale rounds and closes. Breathing in deeply. And exhaling completely. Couple more times, breathing in and breathing out. Last time, breath in and breath out. And then bring it back to a neutral spine. Good. So let's thread the needle. We'll start with the right arm. So you can slide it through. Ease yourself into it. Always looking for when the tension becomes a little bit too much. You can add the arm sweep, left arm reaching up or out to the side. Maybe it only wants to come out that far, that's fine, or maybe not at all. Don't hold your head up. And breathing in, let's release that. Come on up. Take a breath and we'll go to the other side. Left arm slides along. A little bit at a time, we lean forward. And if you like, adding that right arm sweep, bringing it up. Head is relaxed. Breathing in, up you go. Take another breath. So we're going to move into the figure 4 stretch. But I'm going to bring my knee up first and try to take a hold of my foot and my knee. So I'm holding on with the hand on the knee and the hand on the foot. And I'm just going to gently, before I position my foot for figure 4, I'm just going to rock that hip a little bit. Repetitive movements like this are very comforting to the body, to the mind, and also gets the synovial fluid going, moving in the joints. And that's your natural shock absorber. So from here, we're going to move into the figure 4 stretch. I'm just going to cross ankles or knees. You're the judge. You can place the foot up on top of your thigh. Pressing down on the sole of the foot that's on the floor, pressing down on the knee. And if you like, leaning forward. Let it all go. So let your attention go to the place of the strongest sensation. It's probably somewhere in your right upper outer hip. Notice when the sensation begins to ease or change or move. Moment to moment awareness. And we'll release that now coming up. One more deep breath and let it go. Take another breath and we'll go to the other side. So I'm going to pick that knee up a little bit at first and cradle the foot. And if this doesn't work for you, you can just stick with the knee press. And I'm going to rock my left hip a little bit. So we're not working too hard at this, just a little gentle rock. Sitting up straight with the rest of the body. And let's go into the figure 4 stretch. Whatever variation of foot placements that works for you. Sitting up tall, downward pressure on the knee, and leaning into it a little bit if you want a deeper stretch. Again, let your attention go to where the sensation is the strongest. Soften your breath. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or using more muscles than you need to. And as we breathe in, up we go. Uncross and take a breath. So I always like to say that yoga's not so much about what we do as it is the way we do it. And the way we do it is with attention to the breath, attention to the strengths and challenges of our own body, and being fully present in the moment. So even if you're not doing yoga, if you're chopping vegetables, if you're doing laundry, if you're petting your dog, let yourself do that activity with 100% attention, and you're doing yoga. Let's salute the sun. Palms pressed together in front of the heart. Let's breathe in and sweep the arms up. Exhale, reach it back. Draw your breath in as you sit up. Exhale, fold forward. Let it all go. Even the head relaxes. Palms to the knees. Breathe in halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, reach back. Take the breath in and let it go back to your heart. Once more. Reach it back. Draw your breath in. Allow it to leave. Breathing in halfway as you reach your crown forward. Exhaling and folding. Inhaling, arms sweep up. Exhale, reach it back. Take your breath in and let it go back to your heart. And pause. Take a few breaths. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace your fingers and extend your pointer fingers up towards the sky. So if this doesn't work for your shoulders, if your shoulders are tight, you can separate your arms. Take a breath in and arch to the right. Inhale up and lengthen and arch to the left. Inhaling up, reaching it back just a little bit. Inhale back to center and then hinging right at your hips. Reach your fingers forward, fold forward, let the breath go. On an inhale, re-engage. Head framed between the arms, up you come. Lengthen up one more time, dive over to the left. Reach it up. Lengthen again, dive over to the right. Inhale up. And exhale right back to your heart. And breathe. All right, so we're going to work on the eagle pose. And we're going to do it twice. We'll do it once seated. And then I'll give you the option if you'd like to join me. I'm going to repeat it standing. But you can always do the movements seated. So remember, tying in with our concept of being easier with yourself. If your shoulders are bothering you today, you can just cross your arms, or you can just do the leg movements. Same thing with the lower body. So just, option whatever it is doesn't work for your body. So let's open our wings, backs of the hands together. And then on an exhale, take the left arm under and around the right. So if this doesn't work, you can cross your arms across your chest. Draw the elbows down, squeeze the upper arm bones together, and then cross the left foot over the right. Draw your thighs together. Breathe. So there's some squeezing going on, but letting your breath be steady. Good pose of focus. Breathe in and release the feet. Release the arms. We'll go directly to the second side. Right arm reaches under and around the left. Upper arm bones squeeze together, elbows draw down. Crossing your right foot over your left and squeezing those thighs closely together. Finding the breath. One more breath here. And exhale, uncross the feet, open your wings, and sweep them down. Take a breath. So based on what your body told you, decide whether you'd like to repeat that seated or whether you want to join me standing up. So with this pose, because it's a balanced pose when you're standing, if you don't feel safe, you can always keep one hand on the chair and just do the arm movements with one hand. Great. I'm going to open my wings, sweep the left arm around the right, draw the elbows down. Shift your weight to the leg closest to the chair, which is your right foot. Soften your knees. Cross the left foot over and squeeze those thighs together. Gaze is straight ahead. Breath is steady. Good. Release the foot. Open your wings. And exhale. Bring the arms down. Take a breath. So we'll go to the other side. Again, one hand can always stay on the chair. Remember, this is your silent partner in yoga. Let's sweep those wings up. Exhale. Other direction. Drawing the elbows down, squeezing the upper arm bones together, shifting your weight to the leg closest to the chair, softening the knees. Release the foot, cross it over, squeeze the thighs. If you need to come out of a pose sooner than I'm leading that, please feel free to do that. Good. Breathe in. Let's release the foot. Release those arms and let them float down. And just bring hands to heart center and take a couple of breaths. Nicely done, everybody. Okay. So again, I'm going to shift my weight to the foot closest to the chair, which in this case is my left foot, softening the knees. And I'm going to bring my right knee up. Let's circle the ankle. You know what I noticed too, if I don't soften the knee, if I lock the knee, I get a lot of tension in my lower back and hip. And just by creating that micro bend, it creates a lot of space and a lot of ease. Good. So we'll go right into warrior from here. I'm going to take that foot and step it back. Align the hips so they're facing forward and create a soft bend in that forward knee. Great. You can release your hands from the chair if you feel safe and add your arms out to the side, overhead, finding that breath. And let's go into warrior two pose from here. So left arm sweeps forward, right arm sweeps back. We gaze to the left. A little bit of bend in that forward knee. Great. So we'll add that reverse warrior here. I'm going to take my right hand and drop it to my back thigh and sweep the left arm up and over. Very nice counter stretch. Again, your gaze helps with balance, so if you feel unsteady, look forward rather than looking up. Great. Lower the hands, step your feet together. And then again, shifting your weight to that left foot, let's bend the right knee. I'm going to do that quad stretch. So if you can manage to capture the foot, draw the heel towards your buttocks, thigh moves back. Shoulders relaxed, breath is easy. Good, and release that foot. We'll do our other version of the tree pose here. So I'm going to take my left foot and place it up on the chair, drawing the knee back as much as is comfortable for you. Building the branches with one hand or both hands. And let's reach it up. And breathe. Good, lower the hands. Release the foot. Maybe jiggle a little bit just to work out any kinks. And let's come over to the other side. So we begin with wind reliever pose on this side. So weight comes to the right foot, soft knee, left knee comes up a little bit or a lot. Circling the ankle. Staying with the sensations. Good. Transitioning to warrior pose. So we're going to take that left foot, step it back. Sink down. Great. Square your hips. Adding your arms if that feels good. Reaching up for the sky. Nice strong posture. Nice deep breaths. Coming into warrior two. So right arm drops forward, left arm sweeps back. A little bit more bend in the forward knee if you can manage that. Gaze is to the right, over the right hand. And let's release this and move into reverse warrior. So left arm drops down to the thigh behind you. Right arm sweeps up. Again, adjust your gaze to a place that feels safe, either straight ahead, down at the floor, or up, whatever works best. And breathe. Find those spots of tension that you can release. Great. Lowering the hands and stepping the feet together. We'll stretch out the quads. So we're going to bend that left knee. If you can manage to grab the foot, grab the foot. Draw the heel towards the buttocks. Draw the thigh back. And breathe. Great. And release. Jiggle a little bit. So tree pose on this side. So it's the right foot that's going to come up to the chair. Great. One hand or both hands for the branches. There we go. Drawing that knee back, opening the pelvis. Opening the whole body up to your breath. One more breath here. And then exhale, lower down. And release the foot. Good. So I'm going to show you a very simple stretch. We've got a part of the body called the iliotibial band, which runs down the outside part of the upper leg. And it's formed by two muscles in the pelvis and buttocks that come together like the letter Y. And then this band runs down. If you're one of those people that walks a lot or bikes a lot or does that kind of thing, this muscle can get very, very tight. But there's a very simple but highly effective stretch. So I'm going to stand alongside my chair, and I'm going to take my left foot and cross it over my right. But the soles of both feet are on the floor. Okay? You don't have to worry about squeezing the thighs together like you do in eagle pose. So from this position, I'm just going to do a standing forward fold. Giving that iliotibial band a nice, very specific stretch. Knees are soft. Let's inhale and come up. And switch to the other side. And what that means is just crossing the right foot over the left. Soles of both feet are down, knees are soft. And again, on an exhale, forward fold. Head is always relaxed. Wonderful. And let's inhale and come on up. Uncross your feet and take a breath. It's a very simple stretch and it doesn't feel very intense, but it's extremely effective. Okay, let's take a seat. And we'll finish up with a seated twist, a forward fold, and a seated twist on the other side. So we'll begin with the right arm, stretch it out, bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the side of your chair, and gently begin to twist on the exhale. So remembering that every breath in creates length, every breath out helps the rotation. Shoulders are relaxed, breath is steady. Taking a breath in, guiding yourself back to center, and just forward folding, letting your hands slide down your legs, letting your head relax. And inhale, roll yourself up, stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Other side. Left arm stretches out. Exhaling, palm to knee, right hand to the side of your chair. Notice where your thoughts go, letting yourself stay as present as you can. Inhaling, coming back to center. Good. So let's just relax for a few minutes with the breath. Letting your eyes close, letting your hands rest comfortably in your lap. Imagine there's a wave of relaxation coming down from your crown to your shoulders, through your body, all the way into the soles of your feet. Breathing in each time you breathe out, allow that wave of release to wash through your body. All that remains behind is just enough energy to keep your spine long. Breathing in through the crown of the head, exhaling through the soles of your feet. One more breath. Exhale completely with a sigh. Bringing your hands to prayer right in front of your heart. We'll close our practice with an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May all beings everywhere know peace, and may we bring peace to everyone we meet today. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. May you be at ease.